So today is going to be a short vlog. My shoulder and back is still inflamed. I put on some makeup to kind of hide the fact that I'm in pain. And because I look so pale in the videos. Anyway, my brother-in-law's coming in tomorrow, and my husband told him that there would be chili. So I have to make some chili. Anyway, so I thought I would do my vlog while I'm making chili. My husband's in the living room, just in the other room, playing a game. So today we did some cleaning. He helped me, and we needed to do it because anymore I can't get a lot of cleaning done by myself. My GI told me that the flare-up I'm in right now is because of my gastroparesis. So my gastroparesis, I guess, is causing arthritis. And the doctor at urgent care told me that I needed to go see a orthopedic, I guess, so I could get shots in my back to help relieve the pain. I have been so much in pain. I have made up my IV fluids for hydration and have not taken them. But for some unknown reason, I am retaining fluids, and I guess it's a good thing that I haven't been on my IV fluids because I guess now I need to go make an appointment with my cardiologist and find out why I'm retaining fluids. They had one time when I was in the hospital said that I had CHF, which is congestive heart failure, and they had me on restricted fluids. So I'm not on, I haven't taken any fluids in. The only things I've been drinking is my tea and my green tea, and I'm still taking my amoxicillin. For my pain, I've been using my husband's Neurontin. I've been taking one when the pain is really bad, and then I sit on the couch with a heating pad, and it reduces the pain level. I've had Neurontin to get rid of the pain before, and it's helped. But this pain, it puts me in tears, and so I am guessing that the disease is progressing more. And for me, I don't think that's good. So, we did a lot of deep cleaning today, and when I clean, my husband's always asking me, why you have so many garbage bags? Well, when I clean, I clean. And so today he figured out why there's so many garbage bags. So now I need to get started on the chili, and you guys can help me. So I went somewhere and I picked up salt, forgetting that when I went to Sam's, I bought a big thing of salt, and it was really, really cheap because salt's always cheap. And I came home, went to put groceries up, and there's the salt, and here is another thing of salt. So, yep. I'm not going to run out of salt anytime soon. I never check anything. I just put stuff in, and it just always comes out like it's supposed to. I do the same thing with spaghetti, vegetable soup, anything. I don't measure anything. I just put it in there. And then whenever I first fix it, it don't always taste like it's supposed to be. But whenever it's done, it tastes like it is. Because I always taste it when it's like still cold and it hasn't started, cooking all together. It's not like, oh man, don't taste right. And then after I keep it on high for like a couple of hours, and then I keep tasting like, okay. Well, I always end up having to add more chili powder to it. I buy everything at Sam's, and it's a lot cheaper. And I like having it because it's just right there, and I have everything there. The only things that I haven't went back and bought is garlic powder, because I bought the minced garlic and it's in the refrigerator. But I think I'm still going to go back and buy some more garlic powder. It's not that expensive. And sometimes I don't want the minced garlic because, it's still there. It's just right there. And sometimes just the garlic powder is not as strong as the minced garlic. So the minced garlic is more like Italian foods and things like that. So I did learn, though, to make sure that lid is on there good, and sometimes I don't always take the seal off all the way, but to make sure you take that seal off completely, because I couldn't figure out why the garlic was so strong in my refrigerator and my freezer, and I put clean baking soda in both. And when I looked, the lid wasn't on there good. So after I cleaned all that up and did that, I have no problem with the minced garlic anymore. It's kind of really liquidy. I think I'm going to go get this tomato paste. I actually have teaspoons. I like them. When I do the tomato paste, I like to put them in a bowl. Put it in a bowl and put a little bit of water with it, so it's easier to add to the chili. Because when you put it like this into the chili, it's just really hard to mix it together. And sometimes I'll add a little bit of flour to help thicken it even more. Doesn't do anything to the taste. You can actually go to a pharmacy and get what's called thickener. Doesn't change the way the food tastes. All it does is actually just thicken the food and or drinks. And if something's like spill on you after you thickened it, it will actually just be like water just hit you. We do that with patients who have problems swallowing. It's called dysphagia. I can't remember. I hadn't worked in nursing since 2000. I resigned from my job in 2012. I tried to go back to work October of 2012, and I took a medical leave in 2013 and never went back. My body just couldn't do it. When I took a medical resignation, it was right after the very first time I had a major surgery, and I was in the hospital for a month, and I lost a lot of weight, like 65 pounds, how much I weighed, and we didn't know if I was going to make it out of there or not, and I just kept getting sick and sick after I got out of the hospital, and then I ended back up in the hospital again in December, and I was in there for 2 weeks, and there's a lot of stuff going on personal-wise, and just anything, and so I had a lot of surgeries that was going to come up, and so I took a medical resignation, and we took it to where it was long enough so my short-term disability would kick in, and then I could go for my long-term after that. And so then I tried to go back to work, and I couldn't do it. My body just wouldn't let me, and to this day, some people don't understand why I can't work. I did try. I can't. It's not that I'm myself am unreliable. It's my body is unreliable. And, when you work in the medical field, you have to be reliable. You can't, when I went back to work in 2012 and I took a medical leave in 2013, I had a bowel obstruction in the middle of my shift, and I thought that was what was coming on. I kept on having strictures, and then this time I had a bowel obstruction, and it's in the middle of my shift, and I was literally crawling out of the room and calling the nursing desk for somebody, and left to go to the ER. So you can't be unreliable in the nursing field, medical field, because people rely on you, and if somebody else calls out, then you're already short-staffed, and if you have to leave, then you're leaving them short-staffed. So you have to be reliable, and even though I was there every day, it made my body was just not able to work. A lot of people told me they admired me for trying to come back to work with my ileostomy, and that was what was making it so hard on me, because my body does not function the same way other people's do. People that have GJ tubes, feeding tubes, our bodies just do not work like other people's. And so, people just have to think about those things. Just some of us just don't. Our bodies just can't take it. And it's sad, but what do? You can't make people learn. You can't make people understand. It's all on their own. They understand. If they don't, well, then we can't do nothing about it. This will be another good one for shot. so glad this is all done. I'm tired. You know, this is hurting so bad. It hurts when I breathe. And that's what made me think that it was a pulmonary embolism. And that's a scary thing. And I kept putting it off because I just did not want to be told that's what it was. And having a blood disorder just put off going to see a hematologist, oncologist, and you know what? I still don't even know what my blood results are, and it's been almost a year. I guess I think I need to go find out what it is. I'm just scared. There's a lot of cancer in my family. And already having a blood disorder, having all the problems that I have, and then having a blood disorder and not knowing which one, what it is, or it's scary. It just is, and I do not want to know about it. I'm one of these people, I just rather not know. Let me go on, let me live, and not know. And just, you know, I'm the person that is not going to go for chemo or radiation, so there's no point in telling me. Unless it is something that can be removed completely. That's the only way. Otherwise, don't tell me. I don't want to know. You know, people that go ahead and the doctors say, oh, well, you know, if you take chemo radiation, you can live, you know, a year or two. Well, yeah, you might be able to live a year or two, but what they don't tell you is chemo radiation breaks down your immune system. And if you already have a broken down immune system, you're not going to live another year or two. That's just a line to pitch for more money. And if I would have known then what I know now, I would have told my mom not to do it. And she did it because she still had kids at home. I was 18 and my sister 16. She turned 17 before my mom died, and then I would have turned 19. And she did it for us. I know that's why she did it. But got to quit talking about that. You know, a good site to go on to find out your family history is Ancestry.com. I went on there to find out information about my family because I don't know anything about my actual family medical history. And I found out about my great-grandma, or my grandma. And what I found actually was her death certificate, and I found that really lucky. And she died with gastric cancer, which is stomach, but that's not what killed her. What killed her was heart disease. And so I found that to be very interesting, and because nobody else in my family has gastroparesis. Nobody else in my family has Crohn's disease. Um, they have, colitis, but not ulcerative colitis, just colitis. I make sure both of my kids tell their doctors that mom's got these two things, and so that they watch, their cells for that. I think it's very important for my children to tell their doctors, because I was adopted by my grandparents, and even my birth parents. My birth mother, when I had another diagnosis, and I asked her, I called her and asked her, because I do know who my birth parents are. I called her and asked her about who had, if she had anybody in her family that had anything of that nature of my diagnosis. And